Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. Happy Spill the Beads with Joyce Trowbridge for Softlex Company. I am ready to make a charm bracelet with some craft wire. I've showed this type of chain before a while ago, but I thought I'd revisit it and add some of our sweet and petite and also use some Rola beads to kind of decorate it a little bit. Hi, Dana. Hi, Katney. Good to see you both on here. Are you having a great Friday? I hope you are. We got Thomas in the background. Who's excited for this weekend? We got TGBE this weekend, Fall Fest. So much going on, don't we? Let's see. I know that we have. Preview starts tonight at 5 p.m. Pacific time, I believe. And then all sorts of lots of show presenters all weekend long on both Saturday and Sunday. You're going to see Kristen and Sarah on Saturday. Really excited. I think this one is the one. Yes, at 1 p.m. I cannot wait to see what they do with the kit. Have you seen that kit yet? Have you looked at it? We also have a special little some fun going on. How do we get there? We go. We're back. We got a little gift for that during that, and all the purchases go. I don't know how that works. We're gonna let that go in the comments there. Thomas knows. Hi, hello, Anna. Hello, uh, Liz and Sandra and Gail and Stacy and Margaret. Anne and Dana and Tina. If I didn't catch you before. Oh, so good to see you all on here. Wonderful, wonderful. Yes, get that hashtag charm and we are going to announce a winner at the end of this. So you need to be present to win. And I'm going to put together a fun little gift to send out. Oh, I love it. I love hearing where everybody is from. I'm over here on the Pacific Coast in California, not far from Softlex headquarters. I'm about an hour away from them. And I love seeing that we got someone from Nebraska, and I know we have someone from um, Florida, and I know that we have some Californians in there. Hi, Shelly. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Janine. Hi, Sherry. Oh, I am so excited to see what you make. I love seeing what you make, Rosanna, and I love your videos. So thank you for sharing that. Love, love, love it. And so don't forget, we do have right now still some of these. There is some awesome stuff in this in our TGBE kit for this weekend that they are going to open up and play with. We also have some of the bead mixes available that I used last week with my my necklace, which I put on my skull shirt. I put on my skull shirt to wear it, and I forgot to bring I wore my necklace yesterday, and I forgot to bring it back into my little garage here. Liz, 74 degrees is so much better than the 100 degrees that you've had. I know. California had a few. Oh, I saw Alaska. That's awesome. Yeah, so much better to have that cooler weather. California got hot too, but not as hot as you poor dears over there. Let's turn this into Where is it? Where is it? Solo, solo. We're going to put that solo layout and let's get into making our little change. See how I started the, now this would be really cute too, to make your own little dangle, you know, like super cute to make a little dangle for an earring or a tassel on a necklace or whatever, but I'm going to make it into a bracelet. And oh, Rosalinda, are you getting to enjoy a visit home? I love it. And I bet you that weather in San Diego is nice. Enjoy. Oh, that is so great. I have, let's see, I have the some of the moon and bats to add on to here. I have a little one of the kitties. These are all the sweet and petite charms that we have that are Halloween kind of themed. I got this awesome ghost. I love the ghost. So we're going to add a little ghost in there. We got this awesome little bat here. And of course, our little mummy. And a skeleton. I found my skeletons. We got our skeletons. I never got a skeleton, I guess. And so therefore I had to go get a skeleton on there, right? So I'm going to make a charm bracelet and probably I got to make what do you think? I probably should make a matching necklace because hello. Halloween is the best holiday. I know there's some people are going to claim other holidays as the best, and that is okay. We all can have our own favorite best. I know these are super cute charms, aren't they? And they each little set has anywhere from like 6 to 10 pieces in there. I think, let's see, the bat and the moon ones. Oh no, even more. 8. Oh no, okay. So the bat and moon has 6. And then the ghost has 8. And then some of these have 8s and some of them have 10s. I mean, there's quite a few in these little packets. So they are so great. And I think I want to like have everything in here, right? So let's I want to lay this out a little bit because I want to make sure that it looks good. I'm going to be doing 2 components. We're going to be making this component right here that's going to make the base of the charm bracelet. And then this little S component that is going to be what I use to hang my charms so that they are facing in the right direction and dangle really nicely. I think I'm going to do kind of every other. All right. Does that look right? Does that look right? Do we like it like that? Maybe we go like this, this, and that. No, that puts those 2 together. No, I like it this way and this way. Sometimes you just got to play around with it and see what you... Oh, I don't want these 2 next to each other, though. There may be that might be the only way to do it. Unless I take these apart. I could take these apart. No, we'll do it this way. 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 Oh, there we go. There we go. That's my little order. Woohoo! We got it. All right. Let's move these out of the way. So I got some Rola beads out and I'm going to be using 20 gauge wire for in the black. And then I have my orange Rola beads. if you haven't already, like, you should get these, but you should also check out that we have some really cute Christmas ones. And I think I'm going to go back and do a Christmas one. We have green and red wire. I think we have red Rola beads, but we also have gold and silver. So I might get the gold Rola beads and get the red and silver, or I might do gold wire. I don't know. I'm going to play around with those, but there is some cute holiday ones, and I think I'm going to have to do a holiday one also. Happy Spooktacular Friday to you too, Zach. Hi, Pam. Hi, Judy. Good to see you on there. And don't forget to check out our live sale that's going on. Oh my gosh, we had some beautiful stuff. In fact, I'm going to pull out this little beauty of mine. I'm really happy with this. You're going to see my blog on the tassels very soon that I have my little mummy. Look at that cutie. The mummy on this tassel. I got to still tame my tassel by wetting it down like I talked about during the live. But that little mummy on my tassel, I cannot wait to wear that. I'm going to wear that next week. So stay tuned for that blog to come out. That should be coming out later. We have so many things going on. Oh, yes. And our new, like, we have a new texting. Super. I love these charms. They're so cute. These little enamel charms. And even though I'm a silver copper, I love gold too, so I don't mind, and I'll mix them. Like, I mix the silver and the gold on my tassel because that's what I did. I'll mix it. I love your tassel that you did, Rosanna. Thank Liz. So let's get this started. I'm going to cut off a piece of the 20 gauge wire, and it's going to be about, I don't know, a foot. I'm going to be working off of one piece and cutting it as I go. That's how I like to do my things. I'm going to be using a round nose pliers and a chain nose pliers. So we want one that is cone shaped, and we want one that is flat on the inside, and then a pair of good cutters. I took a pair of markers, 2 different colors, and marked a spot on each one. This is going to be my small loop, and that's going to be my large loop for my piece. Now, if you can also do this with 18 gauge, I really like 18 gauge too. If I was just doing the chain, I would just do them open, but this time, since I'm adding the bead and I'm using 20 gauge, I did a wrap on this side, but a simple loop on the front. So let's clear this out a little bit so that the camera will. And I'm going to talk about why I did that. You could do a wrap loop on both, but a small loop on the small loop size in 20 gauge will hold up pretty well, but this larger loop sometimes does not hold up as well, especially when you're adding things like charms and stuff, and beads. So I like to do a wrap on that. I'm going to start out with that small loop mark and experiment with what size you want. You can make this any size. You can, because your round nose pliers are going to have a different gradation than mine does. So maybe you're going to want it a little bit closer to the tip, or maybe you want it further in. You just decide on the 2 sizes that you want, and and then make 2 marks. Now, I like to do them 2 different colors because that makes me remember what I'm doing. I know the mummy is one of my favorite too. Yes, Sandra, definitely love mixing my metals. So I'm going to just do a simple loop, and I just go and make sure that the tip of the wire is inside there, not sticking out above my pliers. I start by twisting away with the pliers, and then I just bring the wire the rest of the way. That gets me like a little loop that's not quite closed yet, but I'm going to pop it back on at my line and finish that loop so that it's nice and closed. And then I'm going to take the tips of my pliers and adjust it so that it's kind of more like a lollipop. I think I love Nile says something like crack the neck or something. I can't not remember how he says it, but I love it whenever he says it. I know one of you must know. And then I'm going to put my Rola bead on right up against there. Hello, thank you for joining us today. So then we're going to grab, I'm going to grab with the tips of my pliers right above, just a hair above the let's get this wire out of the way. Under the camera, there we go. Right above the roll of bead, I'm just leaving a tiny bit of room for some wrap. Yeah, crook the neck. Crook the neck. And then I'm doing it so that my loop is going in facing me, so that the new loop is going to be 90 degrees from it in the opposite direction. And that's what's going to make the chain lay nicely. And so I'm going to just twist that slightly away. And then I'm going to move this all the way over to that larger line on here in the other color. And I'm going to wrap that around. When I get to the bead, I'm going to reposition my pliers, slide it back onto the line at the bottom of on the bottom jaw, and then finish the loop. Now I got it crossed over like that. And before I do any more, I could cut it, but again, sometimes this larger size loop in the 20 gauge opens up. So I'm going to just do one little wrap around, or it's like 1.5 little wrap around, just to make that a little more secure. Cut that extra wire. Yeah, I will try. My wire got in the way, so I couldn't get too closer to the camera. But I will do my darnest to do that again. I'm going to make several of these, so hopefully one of them will get close enough. And then I'm going to press that in. And then I got one little, oops, so let's do one more. Or let's do a few more, I should say. I like to cut, start out with a nice flat cut. Oh, yes. Is that starting right now? Use that Fall Fest 24 coupon to get 15% off of the whole thing. And then you also get this free gift with purchase. It is a fun-filled little folly, mummy, like marigoldy colors. I love it. It goes perfect with Fall Fest. And it's available now. I'm so excited. Let's go at the line. Nothing above. Hold on to it, twist away. Reposition, grab hold of that, and then just curl it some more until you get a nice little loop. Grab hold of that tip and make it stand up like a little lollipop. String on a Rola bead. I'm going to start out with just a bend away slightly, just giving a little space in between there so that I can do a wrap and then slide it down to the line. Wrap it around the pliers. Reposition. I reposition because if I keep my pliers in place right here, this part of the pliers is going to get in the way of the wire and it's not going to make as round of a loop. So if I reposition so it's out of the way, I can then cross that wire underneath so much better and it gets a much nicer loop. Switch over to the chain nose and let it sandwich in between to hold it nice and tight so that I can then wrap 1 or 2 times around. It's like 1.5 is what I've been allowing myself here. Just enough to hold it into place. Snip that. And we're going to make 1 more of these so that we can show that once again. So we got 1, 2, let's make 3. Again, we're going to just snip one little end here out of the way. Grab hold right here at the first line. Twist, open, grab, twist until you got this nice little loop. Tweak it, crook the neck so that it's standing up. Add a Rola bead. Take the tips of the pliers and twist away, making sure that the loop is facing me so that the new loop is going to be in the opposite direction. Slide it down to my new line, my big line. Wrap it around. Reposition. Cross the wire. Switch over to the chain nose pliers. Whoop. And wrap. And cut. So doing this method, I'm able to make a bunch of these little links and I can connect them however I want. because I left the small loop as an open ring. So all I have to do is find the open side, grab hold of it with my chain nose pliers, open it to the side like a jump ring, whoop. What happened? I don't know how that happened, but we're back. And then I'm going to attach it to the large loop of the chain that I already did. And I'm just going to build, oop, oh, I lost it. Don't lose it, Joyce, don't lose it. Apparently. There we go. Grab hold of that top of that loop again with the pliers and twist it back into place. Wiggle it a little bit if I need to. I know, my little ghosty decided to spook out the camera, didn't it? And I'm going to just add these on. Lengthen this, and I can just keep making these and lengthening my chain until I have the amount that I want. Just attach them onto the large loops and grab hold. There we go. I now have 6 links all together. Oh, looks like I don't know how to put on my, did I do that? Yeah, I did. Oh, I see what I did. I attached this section wrong. So if you already have charms on it as you're doing it, make sure that you catch it on the right side. So I'm going to lay this down, make sure everybody is, oh, I did, I opened up the wrong one. It's this one that needs to be open. Make sure, there we go. Okay, so if they're like that, then I want to hook to there. Much easier if you make the chain first and then add the charms. Just saying. Hello, hello. And there we go. Now let's make the little figure 8 that's going to dangle. So what I did was I wanted to space them out. So I am doing every other one. So I'm going to put one there. Ooh, I'm going to need to maybe make another one soon. That's okay. Let's make a figure 8 to go along with these. Dangle, dangle. All right, so so it's very similar. We're just gonna twist with the smallest part of our round nose pliers and just get to that stage right there. And then we're not going to crook the neck. What we're going to do is just hold it and then twist the wire in the opposite direction. It's going to get a little wonky, but that's okay. We're going to cut off the extra wire. And then just sandwich it in my chain nose pliers, and that's going to like flatten it down. And I got a figure 8. These Rola beads, there are different sizes, but we only carry one of the sizes. They are the, ooh, it's not saying here. I believe it's the 4.5 that I'm using. Which I think is the smallest Rola. I love this size. Let's make another couple of those. The link will take it to our website where we carry them, and it is, I believe, listed there, just if you want to verify, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So again, I'm going to use closer to the tips because I'm going to make these smaller. Oh, thank you for looking that up, Thomas. I'm going to twist, open, twist until the loop is closed. Then go, not cricking the neck. We're going to just grab hold where the pliers. And I'm not worried if these don't match. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I hold it at a different spot and one's a little bit larger than the other. I go for it. I just go for it. And there we go. Cut off that extra. I like to cut on the inside of that loop, and then to close it and flatten it, I just lay it flat inside, sandwich it. Ooh, so small that I drop it. Ah, I keep dropping it. I keep dropping it. I got the dropsies. Of course, because it's Spill the Beads with Joyce Trowbridge, and I'm gonna like drop things all over the place, right? That's me. We're gonna start making twist until I have a little loop, and then grab hold and do the other side, making a figure 8. Cut on the inside of the loop. And flatten it. I like this part because I just smush it and it's great. This black enamel over copper is really great, but sometimes when I go to smush it, if my edges of my pliers are a little sharp, it might scrape some of that off. So I have filed or sand these down sometimes to help that. But you know what's great about the black? If you take a permanent marker, you can go and color those little edges. So if you get a little mark, don't worry about it. Okay, so my ghost is next. So I'm going to open up. So I opened up that loop just like I opened up those loops there. I'm going to slide that ghost in there. Boop, close it up. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to open up the loop by opening it to the side, just like I would a jump ring. Move over to the, I'm going to skip one link and go over to the next. And attach. And we're just going to keep on building this, right? Look how cute. And maybe I'll go back and put little tiny beads hanging from here. Maybe a little crystal. That would be pretty. I have these. I have these little crystals like that. It would make it really sparkly. That are left over from a previous part. These, yeah, they were left over from a previous thing. Ah, good job. Good idea. Get those permanent markers for all the wires. There are other colors that do match. There's like a nice like burgundy brown that matches the antique copper, and one that matches the it's always good for those little bit of scratch, because you know it's hard when we're learning to do wire. We mark them up a little bit more, and even those that people that do a lot of wire work end up marking every once in a while, right? Why don't I think I'm gonna make a little, I like those little crystals in there in between. Let's add some sparkle with those. So let's take that little, how are we going to do this? We are going to, I think we're going to do a little tiny loop. Start with a little tiny loop. I'm going to squeeze that little loop together. Boop. And then I'm going to make a little spiral, because I think a little spiral under that would go really nicely with this. Hold on. I'm going to bend that a little bit. There we go. Make a little spiral, a simple spiral. And then add the little crystal. Oh, that's going to be lovely, I think. So do you think I should use the figure 8 to attach it to? That'd probably be good to keep it consistent. So I'm just going to make a little loop on the top here. If you have not gotten these little charms that you should, we are getting low on them, but they're great. Don't forget we have little trick or treat goodie bags available right now that are super fun. And if you want to get ready for other holidays, we also have these charms in some Christmas charms. But can you imagine doing this for all sorts of things? We have, you know, use some of your celestial, some stars and moons, and do a little celestial one. Got some like little magical things like unicorns and fairy charms. I mean, there's so many beautiful, a whole heart full of hearts. Wouldn't that be pretty? And you can just take the different colored wire and the Rola beads, and I mean, you can use something else besides Rola, but I think the Rola just gives a nice little Did you get 3 trick-or-treat bags? Oh, Rosalinda, you're going to have fun with those. Okay, we're going to just start with a little tiny. It is kind of fun. I noticed that some people bought a few extra. There's a lot of little goodies in there. Oh, I would love to see yours, Melissa. It is so great. What other kind of charm bracelets can you think of that you wouldn't mind doing? For what kind of, maybe it's a charm bracelet for somebody, like maybe somebody really likes animals and you get little animal ones, right? You could do this little design in so many things. You could even just, I mean, I have the charms. It's making it really cute. But you could just use this whole thing and do it with the beads. You know, take one of our bead mixes, like the De La, if I say it too fast, I miss words. Dia de los Muertos bead mix that we have. You can make this charm bracelet with that. Huh. You know, a floral one. Ooh, that would be really pretty. Oh, I would love to see a floral one. Look at that. What did I do? Oh, I lost my. Oh, this is so fun. Okay, we need to make some more. We got, okay, do I add the cat next or do I add my moon and bat next? You decide while I make more little. So I'm going to go back to making my thing. So I'm going to go back to my lines. Shells. Ooh. Oh, okay. We're going to use the moon and bat next. I like that shells, Erica. We could totally do this like an ocean theme with the shells. Ugh. And if you don't want a charm bracelet, you can just do a couple of these and have a pair of earrings or a little dangle for a pendant. I can go to my large line. Oh, let's bend that a little bit and then go over to the large line. Fall leaves. I like that, Kathy. Oh, thank you. Tisha, thank you for that. I love it. I'm having so much fun with this. I cannot wait to wear this. Sugar Skulls and Guns from last year. Oh, I love that song. If your little wrapped loop gets a little cockeyed, that doesn't look as good as it normally does. When it's wrapped, you can push your pliers in there and twist, and it will round that back up. So make it better. All right, let's get another little figure eight. Ooh, I messed that one up. Let's try this again, Joyce. If you don't like your loop, cut it off and add another one. It's okay. Sometimes that's what happens, and that's okay. They don't have to be perfect every single time. You can start again or even just go for it, you know? Sometimes I just go for it and leave it. Because when it's all attached, I mean, I do better now, but like there was a time people would, in my beginning, and they're like, wow, you do such great loops. And I'm like, you don't see my scrap pile of how many times I took it apart, but that's okay, you know. I understand, Zach. That is a problem, but guess what? You can always check in later when you do. And I'm sure we'll probably restock them with a couple new ones next year. Exactly, Rosalinda. That is exactly what flush cutters are for. Oh, this one right here. All right. Let's get, oh, I need one more loop so that we can, big loop. So I'm going to start with my small side first, twist it until it's a nice closed ring loop. Then crick the neck. Add a little Rola bead. I was going to do a total different chain, but this is just one of my favorite chains to do. I like the simplicity and I like the fact that you can add a bead to it really easily. So we just went with the same one. I'll probably add one of another type of chain in this, you know, again, because it is fun to make my own chain links. There we go. Now let's add these to this. So we are going to find the open side and, there it is, open side. Open it up. And then, don't go away. Little ghosty is still trying to spook us. Add one more here. Oh, I'm getting close to our end here, so I got to decide how I'm going to want to. I'm about halfway in a bracelet, it looks like. I still got more charms to put on, so I'm going to do a repeat of some of these charms, but not all of these charms. So I'm going to have to plan that out. But then what are you going to do for a clasp? And there's lots of things you could do for a clasp. I can use one of my clasps from my kit. Or some that I have on hand. But I think I'm going to make myself a clasp. Should I do a hook? Or should I do a toggle? What do you think? What do you think I should do? I've done a lot of hooks. I've done some crimping toggles. Hook. We got a hook. Someone asking for a hook or suggesting the hook. I know I love making clasps with craft wire. We got a couple hooks and a toggle listed here. Really short? Maybe. Okay, we get our little boop, boop on there. Make sure your charms are facing the right way. Woohoo! All right, I think I might save a toggle idea for my next wire, and we're going to do a hook this time. But let's add this guy on here before. Now let's make the hook. I'm going to put this one, it's going to go right in there. I'm going to attach a hook to this in this, but then we're going to end up what am I trying to say? I'm going to put it on this small, but I'm going to have to take it off in order to, I'm just going to temporary hook it on. That's what I'm trying to say. I have a piece of wire that, that one's maybe 3 inches. So I'm going to go, I like to kind of start with about a piece that's about 5 or 6 inches, just so that I have plenty of wire to work with. I'm going to go about 1.5 inches, 2 inches down from one end with my round nose pliers. Hold on the end and twist into a U shape. U bend at there. I'm going to hold this again and just kind of bend that wire a little bit more. Now, I like to squish these wires together. Sometimes I like to squish them so that the tip is all the way squished, and sometimes I like to squish it so that there's a little peak. So that's how I'm gonna do it this time. I'm gonna let that little peak of in between the wires. Hey Stephanie, good to see you on here. And if you are just tuning in and saying hello, make sure you get that hashtag charm. Now that I have, and I'm going to get those wires very close to the same. I could use my nylon tip pliers to kind of smooth them out, get them close to the same, next to each other. Take my round nose pliers, because I'm going to make a small hook. I'm going to start out with just grabbing the tip that I bent and bend that upwards a little bit, just a little. Then bring it over to the widest part of my pliers back And then I'm going to take those 2 wires and loop them downwards. And so I got a hook like that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my chain nose pliers. So this double hook just gives me a little bit more security in the 20 gauge. I have also done this hook in 22 gauge. It works really good with 22 gauge too. So right at this, I'm going to take my chain nose pliers, grab hold of the shorter wire right where the end of my hook is. And I'm going to make a 90-degree angle that is going to cross over the long wire. I'm going to hold those together and I'm going to wrap the short wire around the long wire. Probably need another pair of pliers to pull that around because it's very short and very tough in that 20 gauge. What happened to my other pair of chain nose? So let's just use our round nose pliers. That's okay. I'm going to snip off the extra wire. Now I did it this way because I'm going to also put a roller bead on to make it decorative. And then I'm going to make a loop on this side. And I just wrap that real nice and secure. They're very similar. These are glass Rola beads made in the Czech Republic. And there we go. Now I got this cute little hook that's going to be my hook. I could adjust this a little bit. I think I'm going to adjust it a little bit. I could have probably, I don't know. I'm on the fence on if this is too long. If it's too long, what's nice is that I can kind of gently open this up and curl it down again. And now I made it not as long and it's a little bit more rounder just by gently opening it up and changing the point of where it goes. So now I got this little more rounder version, which is a little shorter. I kind of like that a little bit better. And all I have to do is take this little open ring on the end here and attach it to the loop on the hook that I did. I love wire. I've been wiring for over 20 years. It was like my first love. Oh gosh, actually, if I think about it, I've been wiring for like 27 years. Wire is my first love into jewelry making. So I love it. I don't get to do it all the time. Sometimes I go in phases where I don't do it for a while, but what's really nice is that I've been doing a lot more now that I'm doing Spill the Beads with Soft Flex. I love their craft wire. So that's so far as my chain. I'm going to add more to it, but it works really nicely as a little clasp. And as soon as I get It is a lot of work, but you just kind of like take your time. The more practice you do, the easier it is. So what I like to do is just you kind of like in between things, you just make something. You do a little practice piece, right? Look how sweet that is. Look at you back. So far, that's how it is. I have my little, let's see, I think I might just leave it there and then just add to the side here. So I got my little cat necks, and then I got my skeleton. Look at that. All right, I see a bunch of hashtag charms. Let's did you get your hashtag charm in there? Make sure you do, because I am going to go and select the winner. In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Who is the winner? Who is our winner today? Rosalinda Cruz, you have won. Please email me at Joyce at softflexcompany.com with your and I'm going to put together a nice little curated set of fun for you. Oh, so exciting. If you're here, please say hello and let us know. I know I just saw your name in there. Woohoo, there you are. Yay. Congratulations. So excited for you. So excited. Until next week, enjoy TGBE. Don't forget to catch the tonight is our preview night. I believe it's 5 p.m. Pacific time. For TGB weekend, we have tons of amazing presenters. Of course, we got Sarah and Kristen at 1 p.m. Pacific time, 4 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure you put in Fall Fest 24 for your next purchase at softflexcompany.com to get 15% off of everything. Plus, you're going to receive that little sweet little Fall Fest giveaway with every purchase. Free shipping on $80 or more in the US for our online orders. And then catch all the wonderful presenters all weekend long. There are so many great things. And then Kristen is back on Monday at 1 p.m. and Sarah at 3 p.m. Pacific time on Wednesday. And then we have our live sell. We have changed our live sell to every other Thursday. This one will go on until Sunday night. There is some spectacular things in there. Lots of great goodies. Go find yours, and then I'll see you back on next Friday for the next Spill the Beads, and on the 31st on Halloween for our next live show. See you later. Bye.